Bulwanyi is a community-based organization started by ADRA Uganda in 2004. It is situated not far from the little town of Nakauka in the Wakiso district. The name means fighting for something. The group did not know when they started that the name would become a reality. The group members were trained in literacy and numeracy, in health, agriculture, theatre for development, community dialogue, savings and loan practices, marketing, proposal writing, human rights and advocacy, among many other subjects. The group went through many challenges, but the biggest challenge came to them in 2012 when a man came to the village where many of them had been living for over 50 years and claimed the right over the land. He came to the individual households, trying to force people to sign their land over for very little compensation. In some instances, he came with armed men. Catherine and Christine are the leaders in this group, and they give a little summary of the story.
When these people came, they didn't inform us that they would take the land. Things went on bad because he did not allow us to negotiate with him. He only said that when he comes, I'm the one who bought the land. I'm just going to give you a small portion of the land. Some of the people agree, but others didn't agree. Although they didn't agree with him, he grabbed the land. Then he gave us very few days that very soon I'm coming to clear the land.
Then we were told by ADRA about property rights, and we were told about the land. Then after knowing what to do, we sat down and did an advocacy plan. We went to the LC1, we went to the LC2, we went to the LC3 and to the RDC's office, but the problem, we did not get anything. Maybe the one who said that he is the landlord did something like giving those people in the offices giving money. They say to keep quiet. They did nothing about that thing.
Although we didn't agree with him, it came sudden that one day he came with a grader. He started grading the food of people, everything.
Some people told us that if we can get someone to see the minister concerning the land, we can, at least we can talk to the minister, and the minister at least we talk to the president. After talking to the president, maybe we thought that we may get something good. Then after when we followed that advocacy plan we achieved it, because after the minister came, after her coming, she also called the president, and the president came, and the thing was settled, because the president told us that each and everyone is going to go back in the land which he was in.
ADRA Uganda had given the group advocacy training. The essence had been that the people have the right to give voice to their concerns. They were supported by ADRA Uganda staff to make an appeal to the different local leaders, the local council 1 up to the local council 5. But they met a dead end. It seemed that even the police officer and other high-ranking people were involved in this land issue. Some of the group gave up. Some paid the land grabber money to retain a small portion of their own land. Some moved with the little money they had been paid for their land, but some refused to let the armed men threaten them. The land grabber had started cutting down the people's gardens, the banana plantations, and even came with a big bulldozer to crush the people's homes. This land was to be sold. He had not bought it to settle on himself. He was going to sell the land to others. But the leaders had not totally given up. Encouraged by ADRA Uganda, they still continued the fight. Many of the members were elderly or handicapped, and life was indeed looking bleak. This could really be said for the Sonkas family. In 2007, at the age of 55, Mr. Sonko fell sick and lost his sight. Since then, life has never returned to normal for the whole family. The challenges they have faced have been numerous. Difficulties with food, hygiene, school fees, and clothes for the children. The situation arose when the children even stopped attending school because they were laughed at for their bad hygiene and the jiggers in their feet. Bulwanyi community members had landowners chase tenants from their land holdings, and the Sonko family also fell victim. 4 acres of their land was grabbed, leaving the family on 1 acre to support 8 members in the household. The Bulwanye group decided that they were going to put in practice the advocacy knowledge given, and they made a new plan. When it failed, they looked at it again, corrected it, and again started working with the implementation of the new plan. The group contacted the State Minister for Land about the situation, and she came to see the area, and ended by putting the land-grabbing man in prison. 1 month later, the President of Uganda himself came to visit them and told all the people to resettle their land. The government would give them food until they could harvest again. This is a great victory for the advocacy work that this group has done. They have fought for something real. They have won a better future for themselves, their children, and families. ADRA changes the world, one life at a time.